How's it going, guys? Today we're talking Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I just walked outside of the theater. It is freaking cold outside, but I'm trying to complete this review in time. But isn't it just great to get another Star Wars film? I mean, we would have normally waited like 2 years to get another Star Wars film, but now we get a good addition to the Star Wars franchise with a standalone film that I will say is also very good. So the movie follows our main character, Jyn Erso, and a pack of rebels to steal the Death Star plans from the Empire. And yes, that resembles the original Star Wars movie, and you're thinking, well, what's the difference here? But this actually takes place a couple of years, I'll say, before those events. And this does take place between episodes 3 and 4. And after watching this movie, this is a really great addition to the series. I mean, right after you finish episode 3, this is a movie you need to watch, and then watch episode 4. And it's so freaking great. I mean, this was such a good film. Just visually speaking, holy hell, this was an amazing visual film. This movie brought war back into Star Wars. Not that it really went anywhere, but just incredible. Just the one beach scene alone is just so friggin' amazing. It's just a great insight to what happened during the span of those two movies, and I feel like it adds a lot of stuff. And quite frankly, one character in particular, we get a lot more stuff out of him, and it's great to see him on screen. For those who haven't seen the movie, I will not spoil which character return on screen aside from Vader. But just a great film in general. I mean, there was a lot of action in this movie. There's a lot of action. I think we've seen more on-screen deaths in this movie than any other Star Wars movie. One other thing I will say about Vader is we do see Vader, but for a very short period. I was kind of hoping we would get more Vader, but we get to see the other character that I was really just surprised to see, because, you know, he's kind of a character that, I don't want to say this is a character that people have forgotten about, but he's definitely one of the more underrated characters of Star Wars, at least from the original trilogy, and just great to see him back on screen. Obviously, there's going to be some comparison being made to, is this movie better than The Force Awakens? And, you know, it's not better than The Force Awakens. I feel like The Force Awakens definitely was more consistent with all three parts of the film. Once Force Awakens starts, you get right into it. It's such an enjoying, satisfying film. Whereas this movie, it really takes a while for you to get into it. It takes maybe about an hour to really get in, and I will say that the third act of this film is perfect. It is perfect. It's better than Force Awakens' third act, and quite frankly, we haven't had a good third act like this in a while, probably since Return of the Jedi. I mean, seriously, this was such a great third act. It doesn't get any better, and quite frankly, it really just blew me away. I mean, the third act is perfect. It's just completely flawless. Just perfect way to end the movie. Absolutely loved it. The first two parts, it could be better, but, you know, still very, very good. As for the acting, we had some solid acting in this movie. Forrest Whitaker I didn't really care for. I think he had a really short time on screen as well, and just the character I didn't enjoy. His acting was a little bit off for me. I don't know. I think he over-enunciated. I don't know what the heck is going on with his character. And there was another, like, CGI monster that they threw in there, like we saw in The Force Awakens. And I understand why they put it in there, but I didn't care for it either. I can't think of major flaws with the film, other than the fact that some of the acting isn't all that great, and we don't get into the film until like maybe the first hour, because there's a lot of setup, there's a lot of exposition going on, and I do wish we got to see Vader a little bit more, but really I'm just nitpicking here. There's really very little wrong with this film. Just visually, aesthetically, it is just a mind-blowing, and I do recommend people do check this film out. And these are just my quick thoughts on the film, but just another great Star Wars film. It's so refreshing, and it's so great to have another good Star Wars movie. I mean, I think what the prequels did was teach people, like, okay, let's not ever do that ever again. Now, I'm not going to hate on the prequels because I do enjoy watching them. I think Episode 3 is probably one of the most underrated movies. It's the first one I actually saw, and I think it is. I think people just look at the acting, and they don't even look at the story behind it. I think Episode 3 had a really great story and a really great score by John Williams, and it's actually mimicked in this movie, which I love. They kind of they change it up, but it resembles episodes 3, the last like act score, and I thought it was a great addition to this film. I just wish I kind of cared for the characters a little bit more. You know, I kind of wish I cared for them a little bit more, but the third act definitely just nailed it. Just for Act 3, I'm getting this Blu-ray. I mean, seriously, the first 2 acts could have been better, a little bit slow. I was like, am I going to care for these characters by the end of the movie? Because I kind of saw and predicted what was going to happen with these characters, considering, well, the original Star Wars movie. Yeah, we never heard about these characters, so I'm assuming something happens to them. So, I was actually thinking that something else was going to happen to the characters, but something that didn't happen, but that's why you don't listen to theories and speculation online. But otherwise, just another great addition to Star Wars films. I mean, what a great movie. Right after Force Awakens, we get another really great Star Wars film, and just, I hope they keep it up. I hope Episode 8 is as good as Episode 7. If it's as good as this, I mean, seriously, I'm fine with that too, because this one wasn't as good as Force Awakens, like I said, but still a very good film. I'm going to be giving Star Wars Rogue One, or I just keep calling it Star Wars Rogue One. I'm going to be giving Rogue One, a Star Wars story, a B+. Anyway, guys, if you were wondering whether you should check this movie out, definitely go see it. It is a must-watch. It's one of the best visual movies of the year, along with The Jungle Book. I don't even know which one's better. If you're thinking about whether you should see this movie in 3D, you know, I would say watch it in 2D, but if you really want to see it in 3D, go for the IMAX 3D. You either go big or you go small. You know, you can watch it in 2D, or you can go ahead and watch it on a bigger screen in IMAX 3D, because really, it's not all that good. I mean, it just makes things a lot dimmer than IMAX, and plus you don't get that big screen, so if you're willing to pay the price, go see it in IMAX 3D, but otherwise 2D is good as well. Really enjoy the hell out of this movie. Just so glad that we got another good Star Wars movie. I mean, considering that it's directed by Gareth Edwards, I was kind of, I wasn't sure, because Godzilla wasn't all that good, you know, and he hasn't done a lot of really good films aside from that, so this is his best movie, and I'm glad it went in the right direction. Definitely going to be buying this on Blu-ray. But anyway, guys, please comment your thoughts down below, what you thought of the film, if you have seen the film. Sorry for the glare there, I am walking outside. But just comment your thoughts below on what you thought of Star Wars, the standalone film. I mean, and what do you guys think about it being a standalone film? Isn't it great that we get a standalone film and we don't have to wait a whole, you know, trilogy to find out something? You know, it's great that we're getting standalone films. It's really great that we can get expand the story. I hope we'll get back to like maybe the Knights of the Old Republic. That would be great if they can get a movie like that. I'm hearing they're doing maybe the Obi-Wan Kenobi maybe trilogy. That's also great, but we also got 2 more standalone films. This is the first of 3. It's just been great. So if you have any thoughts about just Star Wars in general or in this movie, comment your thoughts down below. Also, hit that like button on the bottom there and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time for more unboxings, reviews, and movie news.